Have you ever wondered why some people keep growing, evolving, and achieving more while others stay stuck in the same place for years? What separates someone who constantly levels up from someone who feels like life is repeating itself? It's not luck, it's not talent, and it's definitely not having the right connections. It's something far more powerful, a superpower that anyone can develop at any age. Lifelong learning. Today we're diving into why lifelong learning is the ultimate superpower, why the people who rise to the top in any industry, business, art, science, entrepreneurship, all have this one trait in common, and how you can start using it to transform your confidence, your career, your mindset, and your life. Let's get started. Now, what does lifelong learning really mean? Most people think learning means school, exams, lectures, textbooks, but that's not lifelong learning. Real lifelong learning is this: staying curious long after the world stops forcing you to learn. It's choosing to grow even when you're comfortable. It's expanding your mind even when no one is grading you. Lifelong learning can be reading books, listening to podcasts, taking online courses, experimenting, traveling, asking questions, building habits, practicing a skill, reflecting on mistakes, observing people, trying, failing, trying again. Learning is not an event, it's a mindset. And once you adopt this mindset, everything in your life begins to shift. Understand that lifelong learners adapt faster, and adaptation is power. We live in a world that changes at lightning speed. New technologies appear every year, industries transform, opportunities open and close, skills become outdated, and the people who thrive are not the strongest or the smartest. They're the most adaptable. Here's a question: how do you adapt quickly to a change? By learning quickly. When you make learning a habit, you don't fear new tools, you don't get overwhelmed by new trends, you don't panic when your environment shifts, you don't freeze when life throws something unexpected at you. You simply say, okay, I'll learn this. That mindset gives you a massive advantage over 90% of people. Learning makes you more confident. Confidence isn't magic. It's not something you're born with. It's something you build. And one of the fastest ways to build true confidence is to learn, because knowledge replaces fear. Think about it. The more you understand something, the less scary it becomes. The more skills you develop, the more capable you feel. The more you practice, the more you trust yourself. The more you learn, the more you believe you can handle whatever comes next. Confidence is not I can do anything. Confidence is if I don't know something, I can learn it. That mindset alone will change your entire life. Lifelong learning opens doors you didn't even know existed. Sometimes the biggest opportunities you get in life come from the smallest things you decide to learn. Maybe you picked up coding for fun and it leads to a high-income career. Maybe you started reading about psychology and suddenly your relationships improve. Maybe you learned video editing and it turns into a side hustle. Maybe you learned a new language and it opens doors in work, travel, and connection. Every time you learn something new, you create more possibilities for yourself. More options, more paths, more ways to succeed. People who stop learning limit their lives, but people who keep learning expand them. Learning increases your earning potential. Let's be real, skills pay bills. In today's world, the more skills you have, the more valuable you are. The more valuable you are, the more opportunities come your way. And the more you learn, the higher your earning ceiling becomes. You don't need to learn everything, you only need to learn the right things. Communication, digital skills, emotional intelligence, problem solving, productivity, creativity, money management, time management. And when you use stuck skills, even basic ones, you become hard to replace. And when you're hard to replace, you're powerful. Lifelong learning keeps your brain young. Your brain is like a muscle. Use it or lose it. When you challenge yourself to learn new things, you strengthen your memory, you improve your focus, you boost creativity, you stay mentally sharp, you stay motivated, and you reduce stress through a sense of progress. One of the biggest causes of mental stagnation is doing the same thing every day. Your brain gets bored, your life feels repetitive. But when you learn even a little each day, your mind wakes up again. Learning helps you build better relationships. Most people don't realize this, but lifelong learning improves your relationships too. Here's how. You learn communication skills, you understand emotions better, you become more empathetic, you learn how to resolve conflicts, and you learn how to listen. The smarter you become emotionally, the easier it is to connect deeply with people. When you learn from others, their stories, their experiences, their cultures, you broaden your understanding of the world. Learning doesn't just make you more knowledgeable, it makes you more human. Lifelong learners become more interesting people. Ever notice how some people always have something fascinating to say? They don't try to impress you, they're simply curious about life. That's what lifelong learning does. When you learn, you have more ideas to share, you become better at conversations, you think in deeper ways, you become more creative, you can contribute to discussions, and you bring value to every room you walk into. People enjoy being around those who are always growing, because growth energy is contagious. Learning builds discipline and focus. Every time you decide to learn something, even if it's for 10 minutes, you're training your discipline, because learning requires focus, effort, consistency, and patience. And the more you practice learning, the stronger these skills become. Think of learning as gym for the mind. The more you train it, the stronger your mental muscles become. Strong focus, strong habits, strong patience, strong willpower. These are life-changing. Now let's talk about how to build a lifelong learning lifestyle. You don't need to spend hours reading textbooks. You don't need expensive courses, and you definitely don't need perfect discipline. Start small. Here's a simple system. 1. Learn 10 minutes a day. Just 10 minutes. A podcast, a page of a book, a YouTube video. Small learning beats zero training. 2. Follow your curiosity. Learn what interests you. Curiosity fuels consistency. 3. Take notes. Writing helps you remember and understand. 4. Apply what you learn. Learning isn't useful unless you do something with it. 5. Teach what you learn. Teaching others doubles your understanding. 6. Stay humble. The smartest people know they know nothing. So lifelong learning is a superpower because it gives you what almost nothing else can. Growth, confidence, opportunity, adaptability, fulfillment, freedom, power. Every time you choose to learn, you choose to upgrade your life. The world keeps evolving. Challenges will always appear. But the people who win are the people who never stop growing. So stay curious, stay open, stay hungry to learn. Because the moment you stop learning is the moment you stop living. If you found value in this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and join this community of people committed to becoming the best version of themselves. And always remember, your mind is your biggest asset. Feed it, strengthen it, trust it. See you on the next one.